Today is Global Beatles Day, established in 2009 as a way to honor and recognize a day in 1967 when the Beatles performed All You Need Is Love, live to an international audience of 400 million. Amy Lynn has a special interview for us this morning with a local man who has been a super fan since childhood, so much so that he has a Beatles room with an incredible collection.
Gary Walker has three big loves in life: his family, baseball, and the Beatles.
The very first album I ever got was from a college student from Saudi Arabia, and that's it. His name was Khalid Shama, but that's it.
How many times did you play it?
Oh, good gosh, when he gave it to me, we didn't stop playing it.
Like millions of others, the first note of that first song of the first album, he was hooked. He was a young boy on a college campus where everyone was listening to the Beatles.
As a kid, being brought up in a dormitory on a college campus, my father, Stuart Walker, was AD at Milligan, and the students liked the Beatles. I also had two sisters who screamed when they heard a Beatles song. Saw them on the Ed Sullivan Show, and it's just, it's just amazing. Their music is good. It was always about peace and love, not taking drugs or doing harm to anyone. It was just, great music all around.
Gary took us back to his very special Beatles room, where every inch is covered, from albums to 8-tracks, books to banners, and behind each of them, a story, a moment in time.
These are the American releases, and I've got British releases, German releases, and Canadian releases. The Beatles story itself is very impressive of what they did, because they didn't just play music, they changed the world.
The homecoming of the Beatles, the return of the heroes to their native land.
Gary tells us he was 10 years old when the Beatles broke up, but like the song says, he remembers it like it was yesterday.
A friend of mine said, the Beatles broke up. I go, no, they didn't. Yes, they did. No, they didn't, and I found out that it was true. We were devastated.
The other heartbreaking day he will never forget, the day John Lennon was shot and killed.
December 8th, 1980. It's like the assassination of John F. Kennedy, or the death of Elvis. You know exactly what you were doing the time that you heard the news. All right, you want to hear All You Need Is Love. I haven't played this album. I'm doing it for you.
Really?
Well, usually when they walk in here, they're just like, just looking at everything, and why do you like the Beatles so much? What's so good about the Beatles? I just want to take him. I want to put a set of earphones on. I say, sit down and listen to this, and you'll understand.
We asked Gary about his favorite Beatles song, even though we knew that would be a tough question for him.
Oh, I knew you were going to ask that. I can't give you one, but I will tell you one that I think was a classic before they even became famous, and that is I Saw Her Standing There.
Gary says the Beatles changed everything, bringing together all groups of people by sharing messages of peace and love through their music.
They were the first to start writing their own material, and even their producer, George Martin, said, I've got a song I think you can do. It's called How Do You Do It? And John Lennon said, no. We only write our own material. The Beatles were dominant that way. Prolific songwriters. Unbelievable.
Gary can talk Beatles for hours and days. As a teacher, he found ways to work it in the classroom. And as a coach, he shared his passion with his players.
I'd like to get the younger generation more involved with the Beatles, because what they don't understand, the impact that it had on people. I mean, it changed their lives. The music changed their life. And keep in mind, the Beatles broke up 60 years ago. Almost 60 years ago, they broke up, and their music, Paul McCartney had the #1 album last week in 26 countries. Ringo Starr had a #1 album last year at this time. A country album at that. And Ringo Starr released an album back in April. Paul McCartney released his just a couple weeks ago. And Ringo Starr is still touring. He's 86. Paul McCartney just turned 84. He's still touring. The continued endurance of their music is just unbelievable.